Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika, and this is what you should be watching, okay? So, did you see this? Did you see that? No? Well, check it out, okay? And thank me later. I am that friend that gives y'all the movies and TV shows that I'm watching, okay? And that I think you should be watching, all right? And so this is all genres. It's no particular order. I give y'all maybe like between 5 to 10 different movies and shows that I think you could be watching, or I think you should be watching. Um, Usually I break it down into different categories. Well, sometimes I break it down into different categories, okay, which can consist of what I'm currently watching that I think you should be watching, coming soon, soon come. If you were under a rock and missed it, old school, favorites, classics, or sometimes it's honorable mentions. And the honorable mentions is usually just maybe I'm talking about one movie and I'll think of another movie because it's similar or it has an actor or actress that comes from it that puts me in the mind of that, and it may not have been initially on my list, but then I'll throw that in there, okay? So that's basically how that goes. And today I have 10, okay, for you guys that I think you should be watching. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. And I am going to start it off with DC Comics, okay, Doom Patrol. The Doom Patrol members, you know, um, and suffered horrible accidents that gave them superhuman abilities, but also left them scared and disfigured, traumatized, and downtrodden. The team, found purpose through the chief who brought them together, okay? And that is Doom Patrol. Then we have, sorry y'all, 1 minute. Then we have Injustice, which is another DC comic, okay? It's a movie. This is animation. This is not for kids, okay? I repeat, this is not for kids. Neither is Doom Patrol. This is adults, okay? So, in Injustice, right, there's an alternative Earth. The Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane, which causes a rampage in the hero, and Superman decides to take control of the Earth, and Batman and his allies attempt to stop him, okay? And this thing was on and popping. So if you just so happen to be into this, it was very good. I have to say that when it comes to DC, they are on point when it comes to their animations, and this one was really, really good, y'all. So if you into that type of thing, then this might be for you. Now, I also do have one for kids, okay? I'm going to include everybody in it, all right? And if you're just a child at heart like me and you want to watch it, you can still watch it even if you don't have kids, all right? I put it on earlier today for the baby, and he ended up falling asleep, and I ended up watching it by myself, and I enjoyed it, y'all, okay? And that is Encanto on Disney. Very good, very good, very good. And it's a tale of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals, who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a magical house. Every child in the family has a gift except one, Maribel. Okay, and when she discovers that the magic is in danger, she actually might be the her family's last hope, y'all. Okay, it was good. Check it out. All right. Then also coming from Disney, we have the Book of Boba Fett. Right. If you into Star Wars and the Mandarin and all of that, then you'll like this. So this was about a no longer just hired gunman, Boba Fett rather, that reinvents himself on Tatooine alongside Fennec Shan. So like I said, if you are into Star Wars and all that different kind of stuff, then I think that you will like that. Alright, and then we get into Janet Jackson documentary. Okay, that the first part and second part played yesterday. The third and fourth part are playing tonight. It's probably playing right now as I'm doing this video. It came on Lifetime. I'm sure they're repeating it over and over and over, and you could probably find it on demand. You might even be able to find it on, Hulu as well. I'm not too sure. But it is from Lifetime, and I'm loving the fact that she's getting to tell her story. Like, if you are a Jackson family fan, a Michael Jackson fan, a Janet Jackson fan, this is going to be right up your alley. And again, I like that she's being able to tell her story in her way. You know, even when we see documentaries, whether it's movies or whatever have you, and that person that actually is about their life is involved, those are always better than the ones where other people are just trying to tell, you know, whatever story they want to tell. And of course, we got really good ones last year from Tina Turner and Mary J. Blige, okay? And even though honorable mentions, okay, throw those in there. If you haven't seen those, check those out too. And even though we have What's Love Gotta Do With It from Tina Turner years ago, and you feel like you know her story, when she did this documentary on HBO last year, it was so much in depth. Like, even when you thought you knew everything, it was like, whoa, you know, it still was so much more for you to learn. And the fact that she was able to tell it her way, the way that she wanted to while she was still here with us, is definitely a good thing. And it was a great documentary. And so I love that. And anyway, and in the Janet Jackson one, you know, we're getting her talking about her childhood and going to her childhood home and, you know, talking about the whole rumors with the, she had the baby with James DeBarge and, you know, how it affected her trying to come into her own and not be looked at as Michael Jackson's little sister, but just be respected for what she actually had to offer. And, you know, just talking about her different obstacles and things like that, relationships that she had. And we all know how private that she's been. So, again, just for her to come out and share this with us, you know, if you are into it, and I may do like a separate review of it after tonight's you know, episode plays. I don't know, maybe. And I could go into a little bit more detail in that because I don't give any spoilers. But yeah, I think we get in a little bit of just, you know, how she put in the work, how she came up with her albums is interesting to me because she doesn't usually get credit for being a songwriter and producer, but she is that too. We know she could dance her behind off. We know she could act. So she definitely has her own, you know, different trades that she definitely should be acknowledged for, and an imprint that she's put on, you know, so many different artists that have came after, just like her brother did. Okay, there's no denying that. And I think in tonight's you know, episode, we'll get more of, you know, the other albums that she did and music videos and how they came to be, and, you know, her getting back into acting and doing poetic justice. I think we'll get, of course, the bull crap that they played with the Super Bowl and Justin Timberlake and all of that different kind of stuff. But I enjoyed it very much, last night's episode, and I still have to check out tonight. And if you are interested in it, then I think it's what you should be watching, y'all. Okay, it's Saturday night. If you snowed in like me, go ahead and check it out. All right. And so the next one I have is from Netflix. Okay, it's called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Okay. And basically this is about, you know, a woman that's mixing pills, liquors. She has an overactive imagination. She obsesses over a hunky neighbor that's across the street, and she witnesses a murder. Or did she? Okay. So you gotta watch it and find out. And that is what I am currently watching that I think you should be watching. And then we have Brazen. Okay, I watched this yesterday. This is by, well, this is with Alyssa Milano. We haven't seen her in a movie in a minute. And to be honest with y'all, okay, I gotta keep it real. It was giving a little bit Lifetime movie vibes, okay? If you know about the Lifetime movies, then you know what vibe they give. But I ain't hating on them, okay? Because I used to watch some Lifetime movies like crazy. And so this one is called Brazen. It's about a mystery writer, Grace Miller, you know, who has killer instincts when it comes to motive, and she'll need every bit of her expertise to help solve her sister's murder. Okay, so go ahead and check that out, y'all, and let me know what you think about it if you do. Then we have Resident Evil. Okay, the movie that came out in November. And let me tell y'all, I was not expecting much from this at all. I was just watching it to be watching it. I'm like, okay, whatever, because I'm more so into, you know, the old school Evil movies. But it was better than I thought it was going to be, y'all. Okay, I think it's worth a look out. Okay, so it says, you know, Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City. Once the booming of pharmaceutical giant umbrella corporation, Raccoon City is now dying Midwestern town. The company left the city a wasteland with great evil brewing. When the evil is released, the town people are forever changed. And that again is Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. So just in case you into that, I know everybody don't like, scary movies or whatever. But if you into that, if you was into the game, if you was into the old ones, I think you'll enjoy this, okay? And then I am going over to Prom, all right, for my last two. And so we have Orphan Black coming from Prom. And Orphan Black is a sci-fi thriller, all right, y'all? And it's starring Tatiana Maslany and in the lead role of Sarah. And she's an outsider whose life changes dramatically. This was such a good series, guys. It's 5 seasons up on Prime. So I think it's what you should be watching. Go ahead and check it out and thank me later, all right? And then we have Hunters, also coming from Prime. That is starring Mr. Al Pacino, all right? And is inspired by true events of hunters. And it follows a diverse band of Nazi hunters in 1977 New York City who discovers that hundreds of escaped Nazis are living in America. And so they do what any badass vigilante squad would do. They going on the hunt. All right, baby. And this was good, y'all. This only has 1 season, and I'm wondering if it's ever going to get another one. I have not heard anything about it. But I still have hope, only because even though this came out in 2020, we do see that some shows that have, not been around for 2 and 3 years have been coming back recently. A lot of them got held off because of COVID. So I'm holding out hope that maybe we can still get another season of this one too. But it was really, really good, y'all. Okay. So that's all I got. That's my 10 for today. And, if you watch anything that I recommended and you find that it is good, please come back and let me know. If you know anything that I should be watching, definitely put that in the comments so I could go ahead and check it out. I'm always looking for stuff to watch, and I will share it, with everybody else as well. And everything that I mentioned, on this list for today will also be in the description, guys. So that's all I got for today. Come back again, right? And if you haven't seen my other What You Should Be Watching videos, go check those out. Okay, this is number 7. There's still 1 through 6. That if you just so happen that it was nothing in this one that I shared, that you feel like, one of the other ones and one of the other videos, maybe you will find something in there that you should be watching, okay? So, again, it was Doom Patrol, okay, from DC Comics. And then we have Injustice from DC Comics, okay? And then we have Encanto. And then we have the Book of Boba Fett. Then we had Janet Jackson documentary. Okay, and coming from Netflix, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. And then we have Brazen, Orphan Black, Hunters, okay, and of course Resident Evil. And so, like I said, y'all, check it out, check it out, check it out. Let me know if you liked it. Put it all in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Till next time, talk to you later. Toodaloo.